Hello everyone, Dewayne Kimble here, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consultant, Leave No Vet Behind. First, I would just like to thank those who subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you can get notified when I upload more educational videos. And also, I'd just like to say, I hope everyone is being safe during this time that we're going through dealing with this coronavirus. I had to cancel a couple in-person trainings and workshops that I'm doing this month due to that, and I'm trying to get those scheduled for next month. So just make sure that you're being safe and your family is safe until we get through this whole virus thing. So the video that I'm bringing you today, the educational video I'm bringing you today, is going to pertain to effective dates. I feel that effective dates are always overlooked. Veterans, they get the rating decision and they look at the retro amount or what they get service connected, but they sometimes fail to look at the rating decision to ensure that the rating specialist assigned the correct effective date. When I was working my claim while working as a rating specialist, it was a condition that I was claiming an increase for. I was awarded the increase, but they only went back 2 months. So the effective date was 2 months from the date that they made their decision, and it was supposed to be 2 years. So that was a huge discrepancy. Lucky enough for me, the VA Form 21-48 that I submitted to the front office at the regional office that I worked at the time, they date stamp all the paperwork. So I had a copy of that after they sent that original document off. And what that means is someone at the rating specialist at the regional office that was handling my claim, they failed to go back through my file to find this particular document. So, which means they were just top sheeting. So you want to make sure when you receive your rating decision that the effective date is correct, because it could mean you could lose hundreds or thousands of dollars of service connection. Okay, so when it comes to effective date, they have two general rules. General rule of effective date, number one, date of receipt of claim, date of receipt of claim, and date entitlement arose, basically also known as facts found. So the date of receipt of claim is when you submit, let's just say a VA Form 21-526CZ. The effective date is not the date that you sent or submitted the claim form, but it's the date that the VA received it. Okay, so keep that in mind, date of receipt of claim. So if you claiming aid in attendance, which is on a VA Form 21-2680, or a new claim or claim for increase, then that'll be on a VA Form 21-526CZ. So it's the date that the VA received that information. Okay, so date entitlement arose, facts found. What that means is, let's just say, I'm gonna give you an example. So let's just say you're already service connected for sleep apnea, but it's at 30%, and you come in for an increase to 50%, which that criteria is you need a CPAP machine. Okay, so if you receive that CPAP machine at the VA, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4 years ago, then they have to assign that effective date, the date you received that CPAP machine. So that means date entitlement arose or date facts found when you received that CPAP machine. Now that's only if you receive that CPAP machine at the VA. If you received that CPAP machine at a private physician's office, then what that means is it goes from the date of claim, or if you can produce, or I think it's within 1 year, they'll go back for private medical evidence. So just keep that in mind. But you always want to make sure you go through your rating decision when you receive it, and if you receive service connection, you look at the effective date, because also in the evidence section, you look at they'll have to list everything that they reviewed to make that decision on your claim, and it'll have dates associated with that. So you want to make sure in the decision section that effective date meets a date that's in the evidence section. Now, if that date is different than date of receipt of claim, of date of entitlement arose, facts found, they have to notify you in the narrative section why they use that particular effective date. Okay, so if it's an effective date other than facts found or date of receipt of claim, they have to let you know that, and they have to put it in the narrative section. If they do not do that, then it is an error. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. It's an error if they do that. So I'm going to read a service-connected condition that I received on one of my, on my first rating decision, and how it explains what the effective date is. Service connection for arthritis of the left ankle claimed as ankle condition is granted with an evaluation of 10% effective June 19, 2009. Okay, so that effective date is in there. So June 19, 2009, that effective date is the date they received my claim. So it will be receipt of claim as the effective date. So just make sure, if you're unclear about the effective date, in my other videos I talked about with some evidence in my claim folder, you want to make sure you have a copy of everything. And then you can call the VA and ask them, say, hey, I sent in my VA form 21-526EZ. Can you give me the date that it was received? Not the date that it was stored, because in their system they have two dates: date that the document was stored and date that it was received. So you always want to ask, can you give me the date that it was received? And then you can match it up with the date on your rating decision to make sure that it's correct. So just to recap, the general rule for effective date is the date of receipt of claim and date entitlement arose, facts found. Now there could be several different variables. There's something called the liberalizing law. So what that means is, let's say Agent Orange exposure, for example. If the condition was assigned to the 38 CFR 3.309E, tropical diseases, and the veteran was diagnosed before that date, then the liberalizing law lets the rating specialist to assign an effective date a year prior to the date of receipt of claim or date of intent to file, whichever one is earlier. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to effective date. So again, you definitely want to get educated on this area as it pertains to effective dates. And if you don't know, reach out to somebody and just get a little bit of guidance. I'm going to leave the regulation that I talked about in the description section of this video. And also I'm going to copy and paste what the effective date verbiage looks like in the rating decision for my first rating decision. So I hope this video helped, gave you a little bit more information as it pertains to the effective dates. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My toll-free number is 855-765-3137. That's 855-765-3137. You can send me a message or sign up for a free 15-minute consultation on my website. That's kmd89.com, kmd89.com. So, or feel free to leave a comment and I'll respond to it. If not, then I'll let you know to give me a call or contact me via my website. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, leave a comment. Thank you again. Thank you for your service, and have a nice day.